We're here live at the Ezra UC in the Expo Hall, where we're going to be chatting with Devin Levine, a power user of City Engine. And he's going to introduce us to some of the rules that he's been working on. So I'll hand it over to Devin.
Great. Thanks, Miley. So thank you again for the opportunity to present here. And you guys have developed such an amazing piece of software. We're using it for a lot of our municipal clients, helping them visualize what their cities can become, and showing the visualization of development opportunities in a city, and how different things like changes in zoning and incentives can help catalyze redevelopment and bring about change in a community. So it's really great. And then some of the other ways we're using it is really to use the power of the procedural modeling inside the software to rapidly generate different development options. So in the past, we might have been able to give a client one or two options. We're able to give them 5 or 6 and really edit them on the fly, sit them into a conference room, and just with the simple tools within inside of the program, start to change things like building heights and architectural styles. So just coming in here and changing this to be change the height. The models are going to start changing, and it's really just a great piece of software. And we've developed a lot of really cool rules that have helped us. Things like a detailed parking generator, where I can create a shape, and then I can go into my rule file here and just drag that onto this square and then generate a parking lot. Doesn't seem like that used to take us a lot of time to get in there and draw it out. And then the other great thing is I can turn on the dashboard. I can see there's 2,500 parking stalls in this scene. And some of the different rules we've built into this one, I can change the occupancy from 40% to 60%. And if I start changing the shape of this square, really what's great about this, if I change the shape, it's going to optimize the parking stalls. So the rows are going to start to shift to maximize the parking stalls in the parking lot. If I don't want that to be a parking lot, I want that to be a building. And then from inside the inspector, a whole new set of rules comes up. What type of building, whether if I've set up a predefined style, so if it's a mixed use traditional building. Yeah, so it's really helped us quickly generate things. So something like this would have taken hours and hours and hours, and I'm able to just show you in just a couple minutes. I think the final scene, once we were done with the plan for this scene that we prepared, just a couple of hours for all of this detailed 3D work. And so Well, that's what happens when you make an 80,000 meter building. So yeah, we're really proud to be using the software and being an Esri partner and helping you guys showcase just really all the power in it. And then with some of the new features in 2017, things like scenarios, local edits, it's really helping us even rapidly develop that many more options for our clients.
Awesome. So if anyone's joining in and you have any questions, feel free to shoot them down in the comment box. I know, kind of wanted to ask you, Devin, how did you, how has your workflow kind of changed over the years, and how has City Engine become more of an integral part of your workflow?
We started using City Engine in 2012, and back then we just sort of dabbled in it. We were using it to develop contextual environment for our more detailed models that we're using other 3D software. And what we've done is, once we started to realize how powerful it was, more and more time was spent in City Engine than the other 3D. And it's really a shift to something called geodesign. We use a whole set of tools to do our work. And so we're not just relying on one piece of software. ArcGIS, ArcGIS Pro, City Engine, things like SketchUp. And then we do polish everything up in Illustrator and Photoshop to achieve the look we're trying to achieve. But really, it's been a gigantic step towards geodesign and making sure we're making the right recommendations to the environment and spatial context.
Awesome. I guess one other question would be, what's the biggest change that you've seen in the last couple of years in terms of, of 3D, and is it becoming more popular, and kind of what are some of the big trends that you've been seeing?
Yeah, well, 3D is, I think, becoming really popular. There are things like VR, where we can take our models and put them into a virtual reality headset and hand it over to a client, and they can jump inside the development to be able to see. We can also bring those now to the web and share a 3D web scene. And so I can think of 3D 10 years ago, you needed a real powerful computer to run it. Now, we're running it in our mobile phones and our browsers. So it is everywhere, and it's not a luxury anymore. It's almost an expectation.
All right. And I guess if you have any final comments, otherwise we're gonna kind of wrap up here. So if anyone that's tuning in has any questions, definitely drop them in the comment box. Otherwise, we're kind of going to wrap up here. But if you have any other questions, is there a way that I'll drop your website, and there's a way that people can reach you? I think you're on Twitter, right?
I'm on Twitter, yeah.
So we'll put all that information in the comment box, and if you have any more questions for Devin and just his process, you definitely feel free to reach out. Otherwise, thank you, Devin, for joining us today and showing us some of your great work. And we are here at the Esri UC, and what booth are you at?
2020.
All right, yeah, so feel free, if you're in San Diego, to stop on by, and we will be sure to say hello. All right, thanks everyone. Oh wait, we do have a question that just came in.
Sure.
Said, this is from Chris. Is there a good resource for finding City Engine rule files online?
The best resource for the City Engine rule files is from Esri itself, and they have shared with the community a number of different examples. And so things like a desert city, a future city, there's the 3D transect of the smart code. When you download, you can download from inside of SketchUp all the other examples that Esri has developed. And you can import them to your workspace, and then really just pillage their role files. And that's sort of the best resource. I know we develop rule files. There's a couple other firms out there that I know that are developing rule files for specific applications, and and then even the new version of 2017 ships with a library of rules that you can really quickly generate a lot of 3D content.
All right, yeah, that's great. If there's no other questions, yeah, we're gonna sign off. You can see Devin's beautiful model over here. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Devin. Really appreciate it. And have a great day, everyone.